What's up, YouTube? I am Technical, bringing you another weekly video. Today I will be discussing Drupal and how to create a content type, add fields, and create content of that type using Drupal. Now, Drupal is a popular CMS that provides an intuitive backend framework. So I will be showing you how to do this today. So first, if you go to your Drupal site, here I created a simple university course system where you can register for classes, find professors, and find what rooms they're in. So first thing that you need to do is when you go to your website, you need a login. So this is where the back-end framework comes in. So you can log in with your username, and it's going to recognize your credentials using your login information. So if I'm the administrator of this account, I'll be able to add different content types, as I said before. So that's one of the great things about Drupal, is because it offers such a wide array of security features with a large personnel of users that need different clearances for different tasks. So this is really popular in government and education. So the first thing that we want to do is when we go to content, we can see different types of content I've added. So when you go here, you can see the specific types. So I have course, I have instructor, and I have room. I also have a basic page. This is just a default that usually comes with the static original Drupal site that you create, but you can delete that or modify that if you want later. So to add content, what we're going to do is going to go up here to structure. So we'll click on structure. We'll click on content types. And then from here, we can manage the fields that we have for our existing content types, or we can create content type. So if we want to create content type, we can just click here. And then for this, if we want to create content type, we can just say, we'll say in this case, like a major, a degree major. And then we'll call this major. And then there's other options and settings that you could add here, but for now, we'll just keep this pretty basic. So now that we have our content major created for our university system, we can add fields. So fields are specific parameters that you can edit or modify within that content type. So one of the things that a major might have might be, if we want to create a field, we can say, for example, we can use a basic text one, and we can label this major maybe building. So for certain majors, they'll require certain buildings for their degree that are kind of like the headquarters. We can also reuse an existing field here. So these are other fields that I created for other content types. So for now, let's just create a new field so you can see how that's utilized. We will save this. And then we will require this to say that every major requires a building or a home office of some sort with a dean. So we'll save these settings. So as we can see, there's our building, and it's a text. So if we want to add an existing field that we already have in our system, these are other fields that I created for this university system. So in this case, we can say that we want to have an instructor used as a relation to this major. So we'll just say major instructor, just so we can avoid any confusion. We'll say this is required, and we will reference this to the default. and the content type will be the instructor. So we can add a default value, but in this instance, we don't want to have one. So we will just save our settings. And just for clarity purposes, I will delete this body because we don't need it. So it will ask if we want to confirm. Yes, we will. So now that we have the fields created for this content type, which is our degree major, we can add content. So if we go back to content, we can add content. So as you can see, the major type has been created. So we'll click on this. And here we're going to create content. So for this, we'll say IST is the major. The building that we are going to create will just be IST building. And we'll say that the major instructor for this is a professor that we already created here. So this will save. So now that we can see that this major has been created. So we can already see that this professor links up to other content types and content created using this university site. So if we click on this professor, we can see that his information comes up on a view that we created within Drupal. So we can see his name, email, bio, a photo of him, and courses. So it's a really awesome example of how Drupal works as a CMS with a pretty easy to use backend framework. So that's all I have for you guys today. Please let me know if you have any other comments or questions, and I'd love to answer them in the comments below on this YouTube video. So if you have any questions regarding how I created this using Drupal, please leave comments in the video below, and I'd love to answer them and get back to you guys. So that's all I have for you today. I look forward to the next video I will be posting, so stay tuned.